Hello, welcome to Great Britons and Voice of London on ALB UK TV. I am Helena Chard.
And I am Ian Pelham-Turner.
Welcome to the show. So Ian, what's on the news today?
Well, obviously it's International Women's Day and we're going to talk about that later. But first of all, what's very important at the moment is what is happening in Ukraine at the moment right now. And today I think we're going to be carrying several videos that show how women in Ukraine are responding to International Women's Day as well, because I think that's very, very important to actually come across. And when I look at what's going on, it's day 10 now of the whole situation that's happening in Ukraine. It's the most disastrous, terrible time where women and children are being murdered. There's no two ways about it. This is genocide, in my opinion. How do you feel yourself?
Well, I mean, I feel there's a lot of morale, which pleases me hugely, and we'll talk about a few things shortly. But I feel that we do need our government to step up. You know, I want to feel proud of Great Britain, and there are some brilliant Great Britons and some everyday people that are doing wonderful things. But we really do need to sort this border situation out, because we can invite lots of people into our country. That's how I feel.
And you were telling me when we were travelling here today of women actually going from Britain, 18-year-olds, and really helping in order. Just tell us about that.
I mean, it's amazing. We've got some really young people. One that you're talking about is a student. She's no more than 18. She decided to just get a van, and she's packed it with lots of medical stuff, with blankets, with everything that people will need. And she's driven to the borders of Poland. She's driven actually into Ukraine. She's distributed it. She's rescued somebody or a couple of people, and she's actually going out again. I mean, this is just a young woman, a student, who's managed to do that. So come on, governments, we really need to get moving here. There's other people as well that have travelled over there, risked their life. They've brought children back. I mean, there's lots of fabulous everyday people, and they really are heroes in my books, absolutely.
I mean, when I look at things at the moment, I think the government could be doing a lot more than they're doing. We seem to be slow all the way down the line. You know, the reality at the moment is 17,000 families have tried to get visas at the moment, and only 300 have happened so far. So it's terrible things like that. Where they are in different parts of France right now, they're very easy to come across the channel. Oh no, not this government. No, they're sending them 60 miles or 100 miles away at the same time. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's incredible. I feel incredibly disappointed, as you do. I'm hoping that today there'll be something done about it. You know, we're very, very quick at setting up temporary hospitals. We came up with cures for COVID. I mean, it was done in a nanosecond. It really could be done in one day. And sorted. I mean, I understand that obviously if we're going to have people coming into the country, only 300 people so far. I mean, I can't believe it. Obviously, we do need to sort paperwork. But this is a humanitarian crisis. You know, we have to be more willing, and there has to be some other way of working this, even if it means, you know, sorting the paperwork out slightly later. And of course, we do need to sort things out, because you've got accommodation, you've got to check all the passports and things. But you know, it's just not good enough. And as we say, you know, we've got these amazing people that can achieve so much, racing backwards and forwards on their own, you know, accords. And I just hope that something's done today, definitely.
And when you look at what's happening at the moment, Poland, 1 million people, Hungary, 300,000, Romania, a similar number again as well. And where are we? We haven't even got one come through yet. You know, I mean, what on earth is happening?
I don't know. I don't know. Even Iceland, their population is something like 350,000 and they're taking 2,000 people. If you actually work that out in comparison, oh goodness, I'm not feeling very happy. As we say, we've got some great Britons in Great Britain, but it's not so great. But
and I think we're carrying some videos.
We have some.
Tell me the types of videos we've got today.
We've got some lovely stories. So I mean, some news. Love and life finds a way even in darker times, and that's really, really important. So the resilience and morale amongst the Ukrainian people is extraordinarily high, and there's absolute hope on the front line. Media was invited to a Ukraine couple who are in military attire, and they've actually tied the knot. And it's a lovely thing to see. They've been together for over 20 years. And they decided they love each other. I mean, if you can imagine. I mean,
and she even managed to get a veil from somewhere.
She did.
Shall we show the video? Shall we show?
Yeah, let's show the video.
Дичі вас, святе подружжя, влади церкви Святої Православної, благословляючим я. І Ларисі життя мирне, довгі літа, непорушність любові, спокою.
Звичайно, я щаслива перш за все, тому що ми живі, цей день почався, мій чоловік живий, він зі мною, і ми вирішили, так порадилися і вирішили, що раптом що буде завтра, і ми хочемо скріпити наш шлюб перед державою і перед Богом. Так, у нас є доросла донька, і я думаю, що вона щаслива з цього нашого кроку.
Але всім серцем вона тут, ще на відеозв'язку.
And what was fascinating about that was that the mayor of Kyiv is the former world boxer Kuchenko. I can't hardly say it. And he actually helped to oversee the thing. But the other thing that I found amusing, apparently with Ukrainian weddings, they wear a crown normally. I don't know the symbolic value of it. So they couldn't get a crown. So they put a helmet over each of their heads to represent the crown instead. So wasn't that wonderful?
It was wonderful. I mean, they all got involved, didn't they? It was an Orthodox Christian wedding with their military. I mean, they were throwing petals and everything, and everyone got. And the mayor was there. Yeah. It's a heavyweight boxer, isn't it?
He's the heavyweight champion of the world.
Amazing, doesn't he?
Kuchenko is his name. So
it's really great.
It was marvelous time. So where do you think we go with all of this? Because when I look at it at the moment, obviously mothers are looking after their children. So how on earth can any civil society bomb children or create fear with children?
Oh, as we know, it's horrendous. I mean, this is being brought on by a dictator. Let's be honest. And
who's got children himself?
I know, but unfortunately, without going into too much into that, there's war crimes. There's these scatter bombs doing so much damage. I mean, the mothers are so strong. So much admiration for them. It's quite intolerable, really, watching it, isn't it? But things will change. I know there's a speech, I think, later today, and I just hope. I mean, my personal feeling is that I thought that it was going to, within about a week, things would change, as in a week going on, totally, and things would stop. I mean, I know that people from certain villages now are going through the borders. There's safe passage. Up until now, there's been bombings, and it's been absolutely terrible. But I just, it's that hope that people are hanging on to. And another story as well, which has given a lot of heart, is a young Ukrainian girl called Emilia in Kyiv, and she still is in a bunker shelter full of lots and lots of people, that you'll see shortly. We'll show the clip. But she sings the song Let It Go, and it's just so heartwarming. Powerful that it's called Let It Go as well, obviously, but that's from Frozen, the programme. And you can see people crying in the background. I think we should watch it. It really has touched everyone's hearts around the world. It's gone viral. And Adina Menzel, the real Elsa, actually retweeted, hoping that Amelia would get the message, saying, "We see you, we really see you." I think we should play it. It's so heartwarming, as I said.
Absolutely.
А теперь она решила исполнить вам песню для поднятия боевого духа. Амелия Анисович.
Все шумят.
Сейчас все не будут шуметь. Можно немножечко тишины?
Не открывай, храни секрет. Будь хорошей девочкой для всех. Закрой все чувства на замок. Навечно отпусти. И забудь, что прошло уже не вернуть. Отпусти и забудь. Новый день он кажет путь. Не боюсь ничего уже. Пусть бы шум ничто. Холод всегда мне был по душе. А я иду все выше, на ледяную власть, и страха не вернувшись, меня уж не догнать. Пора узнать, что я могу, на помощь призову к себе. Во льдах навечно отпусти и забудь, что прошло уже не вернуть. Отпусти и забудь, новый день он кажет путь.
Браво, браво, умница! Умница!
Well, how could you not have a lump in your throat after something like that? Because according to the story that I heard as well, she basically she was very shy, and her mother was urging her just to do something for the other children and the mothers and so forth. And then up she gets, and she's gone viral. She's trending right across the world. I hope that girl gets a medal of some description, because that shows bravery. And I just wonder, because I know we want to go into International Women's Day as well, which I think is very important to talk about. But just before that, I think just one final thing with Ukraine is to show how the women in Ukraine are also taking on the role of military as well. I stumbled across this TikTok. It's only 30 seconds, this video. But I think, again, especially on International Women's Day, how women have taken up the fight, literally, I think, as well. So if you don't mind, if we could just play that as well, and then we can really talk about, I hope, International Women's Day.
Yeah, we can do, but I just want to also mention something else.
Of course.
But we can play that video if you would like to do that.
If we could do that video first, and then we carry on.
Gosh, they're so brave, aren't they? I mean, I think it's something like, is it 17% of the army are women? I mean, how amazing.
And how they've been, a lot of the women in the parliament in Ukraine have been taking up weapons now. They've been doing Kalashnikov training. They've got their rifles now. They're all going to fight for their country, and I just found that superb. But
They
please.
are. I mean, they also, there's lots of people. They're doing rifle training every day. You've got, barristers, doctors, students, everyone that are just taking up the fight. I mean, it's so admirable. But also just saying, I mean, there's so much spirit and generosity of people, the everyday people that we talked about, but also there's celebrities using their platform, which is a must because we've all got to keep talking. So we've had Dolly Parton, the American country music day, and she was supporting and sending love, etc. We've had the annual Oscars luncheon, and the Academy President David Rubin talks about how movies have the power to bridge, heal and unify, which is really important. Gigi Hadid, the top model, she's donating all her earnings to from her catwalk. It's not London Fashion Week, no, it's a Fashion Week in the States. So that's going towards the Ukrainian people. Mila Kunis as well. She is a proud Ukrainian. In fact, she fled from Russia 7 years ago. So she and Ashton Kutcher together are raising £30 million. How amazing is that? They've raised something like 20 million so far. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. And that's for shelter for everybody. And we talked about, I mean, not to forget about the journalists as well who are over there in the front line. We've got like Romilly Weeks, who's well known. I just think it's incredible.
And I think, I've looked at corporate as well. And there's this big row going on with Shell. And Shell last week apparently bought cheap Russian oil on the world market, and then were discovered that they bought this during this crisis. And I think the profit that they made in just one shipment was $20 million. This is the allegation, and it's the allegation that this is true, so we don't know fully what's happened there. But Shell have said that if this is the case, they will donate the profit from all of this to the Ukrainian cause again. And I think just as much as celebrities have stepped up, women have really stepped up to this, big business needs to step up to this as well, because this will affect really the world economy at the same time. And if we're not careful, this could drag us all into a global recession at the same time. So I think it's very important. However, we have.
We do. I was about to say to you, so what do you think about companies that are not adhering to the sanctions?
I don't understand it, because again, for me, as you know, I've been immersed in this for the past 10 days, and even before that. I've got a great friend that you know it well, who left me such a tearful message about her parents. And I listen to things like that. It shouldn't happen to people like this. It shouldn't happen. They are a peace-loving nation. This shouldn't happen at all. And I think so that any sort of companies that are seen to be supported, and it's fair to say that a large amount of corporates, global corporates, have pulled out of Russia altogether. And I think, the reality at the moment is whatever is really driving this war crimes situation at the moment. Yes, The Hague, where they look at war crimes, I think it's been documented already what's going to happen. What happens to Putin, I've no idea again as well. And I think it's very important for companies, as you say, to step up to the market at the same time, as women have done.
No, absolutely. So, International Women's Day, which is exciting. I mean, really, inspirational women we should be celebrating every day. And I think we do on the whole. But when there's a special day like that, it's a real fanfare time. So I'm really excited. I mean, there's so many, I've been speaking to friends. I mean, there's so many people that have been rallying together. How about you, Ian? I mean, do you have?
I think
Any
it's
special
good because I know this channel has done two special, ALB UK Television has done two specials for women, one today and one tomorrow. And I know a lot of these ladies as well. They're magnificent women. And this will be a magnificent show because I know it's a global show where ALB UK Television have brought in women via Skype from across the world. They've had some incredible women in the studio as well. And for me, as you know, I value womanhood 1,000%. And so to be able to sort of cherish a day like this is very important.
I think women are brilliant leaders and they're really, really good at events as well. Because I know I was speaking to one of my male friends and he was like, why is there no day to celebrate men? But there is in fact a day, I think in November.
It's 364 days a year, I suspect.
Yeah, of course we know that, but there is a day, but obviously women are very good at arranging things. I've actually got an event to go to later on that women have put on and it's singing and dancing, etc. But and it's to do with people, they're good organisers, good leaders, so it makes sense.
And I always think that, I've been to a lot of Albanian events, female events, with organisations like Successful Mothers and Marita Asufi as well. But the thing I love is the traditional end. And I've never seen it anywhere else with Albanian events where they all link together and they're all dancing around the room in loops. And it's the most magical part of any end to a day itself as well. And so I think Albanian women have so much to give, all women have so much to give. But I think Albanian women, again, especially with this channel, show their professionalism, their strength and their values.
Yeah, as all women do.
Yes.
International Women's Day. So there's so many, for me, there are so many people to celebrate. I mean, I would say my mum to begin with. Yes. She's an inspiration and I'm sure that lots of people would be putting their mums at the top. Her Majesty the Queen, of course. 70 years. She's not returning to Buckingham Palace, is she? Anymore.
Well, there's talk about it. Quite honestly, I think at the moment, who knows? Because obviously, she's going to do some events at Buckingham Palace because that's where the whole of June is going to be held.
I mean, it will be used still as a working palace, but I think she's not going to be that often.
I hope the only thing that the Queen is not doing is that if you remember the Queen Victoria, when Albert died, then she came in on herself forever, was the reality. And I think she went to the Isle of Wight to Ventnor House on the Isle of Wight at one stage and then went off to Balmoral and was never seen again. And I think that the thing that with the Queen, and I get, she's more frail at the moment, but she's doing her bit with the flowers.
She is. I mean, she's still working, isn't she? She's still working. Yeah. But huge imagination.
What did you think about the symbolic flowers?
With the flowers,
her?
It was lovely. Yeah, obviously as a backdrop, the
for
blue
Ukraine,
and the blue and yellow flowers. That was when she met Macron. Was it? Yeah. I think that it was lovely. But I mean, there are so many people to celebrate. I mean, the main crux of it is gender equality this year, which is really important. And we do have a clip as well that will be coming up a little bit later on that we can talk about. But I mean, for me, there are so many people. Kate Garraway, her Caring for Derek programme, absolutely full of admiration for her. Melanie B, we spoke about a while back.
Yes,
I think last week wasn't it?
Last week,
patron of Women's Aid, and obviously she's now MBE as well. Huge admiration for her. Abby Morgan, who I know very well, she's actually a writer and producer, and she's written The Iron Lady, The Suffragette, most recently The Split, and she's got a book out at the moment called This Is Not a Pity Memoir, and it's actually really quite moving. Without saying too much, a family circumstance, it creates a change. It's powerful, a perceptive read. It's love, grief and eternal promise of hope. Just a little snippet, but it's well worth a read, I would say. So women and girls are a powerful force in climate action and a path to our survival. We have a fabulous clip and it's called It's Not Too Late. It's climate change for women by women. So let's play it.
Earth, our only home. Invaluable, but not invulnerable. Are we too late to save it? Climate change is making our world more dangerous, more fragile, more unequal. In these uncertain times, women and girls face a disproportionate threat of displacement, poverty, and violence. But women and girls are also a powerful force in climate action. As innovators in green energy, as defenders of the environment, and as educators of our generation and the next. Gender equality is not just a woman's issue. It's the path to our survival. So it's not too late to invest in climate action by and for women. Not too late to empower women entrepreneurs and decision makers at home. Not too late to give voice and power to this next generation of Earth's champions. It's not too late to demand commitments to build an equal and enduring future for all. Championing climate action by and for women and girls is the key to saving our planet. Join the fight for gender equality today, so that together we can create a sustainable tomorrow. It's not too late.
Gosh, that's a really powerful little clip, isn't it? It's amazing. And also, if you think about it, you know, women, especially in indigenous societies, they are the matriarchs. They know everything. They're working on things. And
when you look at these things, you know, I mean, I was what that reminded me of was another commercial and another advert by WaterAid. And that shows 5 and 7-year-old girls walking 5 miles to go and get some dirty water from a pool, putting this pot on their heads, and then walking back again before they go to school. A 5-year-old and a 7-year-old girl. And I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or not, if I'm honest. And obviously WaterAid are really sort of saying we should be creating cleaner water opportunities for them anyway. But it almost makes women, I think, feel like this is their duty. And for me, I don't think that is the case. But how do you feel?
Well, it's very different. I mean, you know, it's a very different life, isn't it, unfortunately? Because when we're talking about International Women's Day, we're talking really about, when we've been chatting, we've been talking about United Nations. And that's very different to these countries, which, you know, it's not fair at all, and things need to change completely. I mean, the theme of International Women's Day is obviously gender. And if you think about it, things have changed hugely over the years. We've had, you know, the suffragettes and things have really, really moved on. So, but we're not quite there. As you know, we're not quite there at all, but it's slightly better, and some countries better than others.
I was going to say to you, how do you feel life has changed in your lifetime?
I think, I mean, we're privileged, aren't we? We're privileged in Great Britain. I've always felt that I've had my opportunity. I've always had inspiring women around me. I don't feel that I've been held back. And I'm really lucky. You know, if I was living in a different country, that would be a different ball game, I'm absolutely sure. So I feel privileged and lucky. But I do see, I mean, if, you know, not being able to talk about it 100%, but, you know, through the years, women have done, you know, the power to vote. People have like really petitioned, they've lost their life just so that women can move forward. And what I do wish, I just wish that we were like Iceland, because they are the World Economic Forum talks about it being the best place for women to live. And it's quite interesting because they've got a different way of working things. So they're a leader in gender equality. But there's always this, and it's interesting because obviously you've been a man. There's always this slant of, you know, well, you know, men will be demasculinization. What do you feel about that? Do you think there's anything in that?
No, I don't think so. I think real men support women. Is the reality to it? I think masculinity is all about strength of purpose rather than strength of body or mind, and I think it's very important, you know, for men to support women in every area of their life that is possible to actually sort of happen these days. Because I think, you know, the reality is, and I think we're getting there. I think men have hopefully changed a lot over the years. None of us are perfect. I get that already, and I'm sure sometimes you throw your hands up in horror when a man says something. You think, where did that come from, as well? But I suppose we try. People like myself try. I think we care how you feel. Is the first part.
For me, I mean, it's basically, it's not men against women, is it? It's about improving society for everyone. Yeah. And that's why Iceland have got it so right. And they, you know, even parental leave, both parents take parental leave. There's female role models everywhere. It's just the norm. So gender equality benefits everyone, and that's the main thing. And I think if everyone has that viewpoint, you know, why should it be Iceland that are in the lead?
I totally agree with that. And obviously, you know, equality and a level playing field is something I've fought for women for a long, long time now. I think it's very, very important. I think women bring so much more value. As you know, I love womanhood. I really feel the values of womanhood are so important in life as well, and I think it is, and so it is not to only be respected, it is to be highlighted and valued totally.
Well, we need more of you. We need more of you in the world. We definitely
do. Well, pound
do.
for pound, I always call myself the biggest feminist you can see.
Good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. So there's so much to celebrate, but we do have a great clip that I think we should play.
Yes.
What do you think?
For me, I love this lady, Catherine Tate, the female comedian. It's her. I was watching something recently, and she actually based it on one of her relatives. And this caricature, it is something that is. It is so funny. I mean,
I think we should play the clip because you're laughing away.
I think we found the only clip where it just doesn't need to be bleeped.
Yeah.
The language of this lady is something else.
That's interesting. I think we should watch it. Is it the film of Nan or
something? It's called Nan the Movie.
Nan the Movie.
With Catherine
Great.
Tate.
Let's watch it.
My name is Nan.
Yeah.
From London town.
What?
You got a problem?
Yeah.
I'll take you down. 2 for 1 on Jaeger bombs. I'm violent, angry, dangerous.
What are you thinking about now?
Hold on. This don't look like Coventry. Everyone's orange.
It's Liverpool, Nan.
You're illegally parked across 3 disabled bays.
I've got 3 disabled badges.
You shouldn't have 3.
And yes, I do. Riddle me that.
I'll go and have a word.
Now, leave off, I'll deal with it.
Now listen up, millennials.
Where's my nan?
It's like being on the moon, isn't it, Are we on the moon?
It's still Liverpool now.
I love your nan.
Nan?
Useless. No stamina.
You don't want to see Nell, that's fine, but I'd like to meet her.
Yeah, all right. But after we've had a quick drink, eh? Proper Guinness.
Guinness, it's 9 a.m.
When in Rome. Spread out.
Unstoppable.
She plays it so well, doesn't she? She plays it so well.
I mean, I think we need things to smile about them. And I watched her on one of our very late night interviews recently, and the bleeper machine was going like mad.
Was it really?
Because she was in the character of Nan as well.
I think she plays it so well. I'm not too sure how PC it is the whole way through, but it's a generational thing, isn't it?
It's not. But do you know what? I think at the moment that at a time like this, anything that can bring joy and laughter and fun to as well. It's so important for us as well, because I think all of us in Britain look at what's happening in Ukraine at the moment and cannot believe it. But, just to have a few minutes of laughter.
It's so important. And sharing the love as well. I mean, there's just one thing I want to say, and it's the Ukraine national anthem. And it's, Romilly had mentioned it, I think I heard it earlier today. And the beginning of the national anthem says, Ukraine has not yet died, nor her spirit, nor her freedom. And doesn't that sum up the Ukrainian people being so strong?
Yes.
And not giving up.
Don't you think it sums up women as well?
Oh gosh, yes, without a doubt.
And I think that's so important. So I think we had a great show today. I hope so, and I hope that our other viewers on ALB UK television who watch the specials that are going on over the next couple of hours as well, I hope they enjoy their show as well, because this channel really supports women, wants to support women and the values of women right across the world.
Great news, great stuff. You didn't talk about who you admire, actually, your inspirational women in your life.
I think, obviously my mother, as you so rightly say. I always say that my mother gave me ambition and my father gave me chivalry. So I think that I hope sums me up. In that way. I think I've met a lot of very famous women over the years who gave me opportunities to work with them, and that actually sort of highlighted, obviously, I worked with Diana, Princess Diana, and so she was very special in my photography career. And I think, but for me, I think every single day, I see and really value women, and
hello.
so I think.
Hello, I'm just waiting for a mention. Hello.
Well, and obviously.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm most appreciative.
But you know as much as I adore you. You know that as well. So I we've worked together now for 12 years. Through thick and thin.
You always say 12, and I always say it's a bit longer than that.
Is it? Well,
it is a bit
whatever.
Longer, but
we've done over 3,000 shows together, and I couldn't wish for a better person to work alongside. That's
very kind. It was a bit tongue-in-cheek, really. It was a bit naughty what I did, but thank you anyway. On International Women's Day. I will take that. Thank you very much.
No problem at all. So shall we wrap up
Yeah,
the show
I think we
now?
should. It's been a good show.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely. Until next week.
Yes, indeed. So from ALB UK Television, from me, Ian Pelham-Turner.
And from me, Helena Shard.
This is the Great Britain Show, Voice of London. Have a great week, and we'll see you again next week, hopefully with much better news. Stay safe, stay tuned. Bye for now.
Bye for now.